have you been?
Yeah, good.
Yeah, looking forward to going back to school?
Yeah. I want to go back to the border because it's so much easier, like with homework and everything.
Yeah.
Like, so much different being at home and going to school. Like, it's so much, like, Glenferrie is like it's so crazy when during the school. It's like, takes forever to get to school if you're going through Glenferrie.
Yeah.
Who are you? Where are you from?
Hello, my name is Preston Lloyd Johnson, and my mob is Gunditj Jamara. And hello, my name is Preston Johnson. I am from Gunditj Jamara. That's in Warrnambool, near Portland and Port Fairy. And 3 things I really like about myself: I'm caring, sporty, and smart. I like to achieve in life. I would love to have kids and play AFL.
What would your dream job be and why?
I'll play AFL to follow through in my dad's footsteps. And yeah. What I like about being Indigenous is learning about my culture, having a family to go back to, being with the boys, and learning a lot of new stuff about my culture, and because it's one of the longest living cultures.
What's your favourite colour?
I'll go with red.
Why?
Because in primary school my house colour was red, and then it egged me on with Scotch College's colours because it's red too. So yeah, I like the colour red.
How do you define manhood?
How do I define manhood? A man is a leader, a role model to the young ones. I might define manhood, a leader, someone who leads by example.
So how do you define an Aboriginal role model?
Someone who carries on the tradition and wants the best out of their people, puts their people first.
What's your favourite hobby?
I'll go with footy, because it's an active sport, it keeps you fit, and it's also very fun to play.
Yeah, skateboarding.
Okay. When did you start skateboarding?
Probably in like June.
Okay.
So I think it's 2-3 months ago.
Okay. What do you like about it?
I like about it how it's a hard sport, but it's also very confronting when you're skateboarding. You can injure yourself like very easily and fall over very easily, but it's how you get back up and keep trying. So I think that teaches you a lot.
Do you collect anything?
I'm starting to collect like skateboard decks. But that comes with skateboarding. So they're just like very nice to have, and just put them up in your wall in your room. Just looks very nice. But yeah.
Who's your favourite football team?
Brisbane.
Yeah, why?
Because I was born in Brisbane, and my dad used to play for Brisbane. So we just brought up going for Brisbane. So yeah, I've always gone for them.
If you could play football full time, what team would you play for?
I play for probably Brisbane, because you're close to the Gold Coast, and it's like 45 minutes 45 minutes away in a car ride. So yeah, it's right there. But also Brisbane's a nice area. It's always warm, which we love. So yeah, I reckon I'll adapt to it very, very nicely.
How old were you when you moved to Melbourne?
5. I was going into prep when I moved to Melbourne.
Yeah.
So yeah, I lived there for 4.5 years, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Lived at Brisbane.
Yeah. What's one of the most proudest moments of your life?
Probably probably winning my first premiership for EDFL, for Junior Football League. So having that moment and winning it as a team was pretty proud.
Yeah. When was that?
That was back in 2000 and... Can you hear background sound?
A little bit, but it's okay.
That was back in 2013, I think. 2013 or 14. So yeah, it's about 5 years ago.
Hero, what special power would you possess and how would you use it?
Oh, I would love to be. I don't know. I'd love to have the flying ability because I could get the players more efficiently. Get the places more efficiently, and like if there's like an emergency or something, I can get there in time. Yeah.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years' time?
I hope to play AFL footy for Brisbane Lions. But if that doesn't work out, I want to get into like the business side of things in my career in the future and start off a business. Not sure what type of business though, but yeah. And I want to get into forex trading. It's like stocks and that. I like saw it on YouTube and that, and I find that very interesting. Yeah, very portable as a job.
Since COVID's occurred, what do you think are some things that might have changed?
Probably be much more harder to make the AFL, I think, with online and being at home all the time. It reduces the motivation to get out and just go running with your mates, and also being restricted to not playing junior league football or school footy because of all the COVID and that, and how it's easy to get if you do those things. So yeah.
Do you think our world's going to change because of it?
Australia is going to change, but I think the rest of the world will, because Australia is handling it really good at the moment. But we're going to get into debt. That's really all. We're just local businesses that might fall off or whatever, or might need extra help. But I feel like in America, being like the main country in Earth, is going to be like the main one, because like they just don't care. They're just going on with their everyday life. But I feel like they're just hoping for a vaccination or just for the medicine for it. But I feel like if they do get the medicine, nothing will really change. The only difference will be to the world will be Australia, because we'll be in debt for so much money. But that's really it, yeah.
If you could be an animal or a totem, what would you be and why?
I would love to be a dolphin because I would love to live in the sea, and I'm scared of sharks.
If you could live anywhere in the world, where would you want to live?
I would like to live probably in Utah or New York.
Any reason why?
Oh, Utah, because it's just great landscape. It's like you have like close like sceneries nearby, like other part of the country, America, and also they've got a lot of like lakes there, which you can just go off and just relax in the lake and do whatever. And it's mainly warm there, and yeah, that's why I like Utah. And also in New York, it's really good for the business side if I'm getting into that. And also I like the connection of the city it has to people, how everyone's like all close up. Like hopefully it's no COVID, because if there is COVID, there's no chance I'll be going to New York anytime soon. But I would think it would be really good. And I just like how the people treat the city like everyone's connected in some way, and the culture around it's very, very nice and beautiful, I reckon.
If you could write your life story, what would you call it and why?
I'll say Johnson, the story of the towns, because Johnson is a very famous last name in the Indigenous footy community, and it has a lot of story to it.
How do you define racism?
To be honest, I don't really get it. Like, mates probably like joke every now and then, but it's like a joke, like just banter. like it's not one-sided. Like it's not at me. Like, it's very double-sided. But I would think that other people get much worse than me, but I don't think I get any of it if I'm thinking about it.
Yeah. What's one thing about yourself that you don't normally tell people?
Oh yeah, I like Naruto. Like a cartoon show.
Yeah.
I only started watching it because of Lachlan. I've always wanted to watch it because my cousins like always talked about it every time I went over to their house. But I've like never had the chance to like watch it because you can't really like watch it on like a illegal website or anything. You've got to like buy the whole thing. But Lachlan bought like, it's called Anime Lab. It's like it's like anime, but it's like a Netflix for anime.
Okay.
Yeah, so he got that, and I just figured that I just figured out he got that like probably a week or two ago. And then yeah, I've just been watching it non-stop. I just love every bit of it.
Yeah.
Why is Scotch College a great place for Indigenous students?
Because it gives Indigenous students an opportunity, not just to like achieve the sports quality, but to like do academics and your like ATAR and get like another pathway in the world than like footy or something else.
Enjoyed about the mentoring program you've been doing with AJ?
It like explores our Indigenous culture, and like we got to like learn about your story, which was very like it's like relatable in a way, but your one's like very emotional, and I think it like really touched all the Indigenous boys. Yeah.
Indigenous issue that you're passionate about?
I'm really passionate about changing the date of Australia Day. I reckon it should be changed because on that day it's not very the best memories for Indigenous people. One stereotype I like to break for being Indigenous is having a stereotype that when we walk into a supermarket they get real uptight, as like a bunch of boys. And Noah and I are just going to go into the boardroom and ask the other Indigenous students at Scotch College what is the most common stereotype that comes to their head. Noah will be interviewing them.
So, what is the most common stereotype you guys get at school?
Being late. Never pretty much on time most of the time.
That we're all lazy.
That we get stuff for free.
You have to be black to be Indigenous.
We all live in the outback.
Probably love hunting.
That we're all good at footy.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I don't know what to say.
Cheers. Thank you guys for thank you. Thanks for listening to us today.
And
Go.
Hello.